The next examples are for graphing systems. On my first one, both of these are going to be lines. So on this one, -3 is my y-intercept. So I'm going to put a point on -3. Oh goodness, I just put it on +3. Fix it, -3, here we go. Put our point on -3. Then our slope is rise over run. So rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. And if I were to work backwards, it would go -2, -1, -2, -1, -2, -1, -2, -1. Follows the same pattern. There's our line. Now I want to graph my second equation and see where they intersect. So I have my y-intercept at +2, and then it goes rise 3, and there's a number 1 underneath it. So rise 3 over 1, and we follow the same pattern. Left 1, down 3, left 1, down 3, left 1, down 3. And you'll notice that the lines intersect right here. So that is called a solution. So that point would be -2, comma, down 4, -4. That would be the solution. On problem number 4, our first equation, because it's squared, is going to be a parabola, or the U shape. So I'm going to use vertex form. So my equation, if I take out my vertex, I would have a -1 and a -3. -1, -3. I plot my vertex, and with parabolas, the pattern goes by 1, 3, 5. There's no number in front, so my 1, 3, 5 is going to stay 1, 3, 5. It's not going to get bigger or smaller. Up 1 over 1. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. Same pattern on the left so that you get the U shape, the parabola. Alright, so we have our first graph. Now I need to graph my y-intercept for my line at -2, and then it's rise over run. So rise 2, run 1. Notice it does not touch my graph. Rise 2 over 1, rise 2 over 1. And if I go down, I have to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. This line only touched my graph one time. And that solution is positive, 0, down 2. All right, problem number 5. We have an absolute value. Absolute values make a V shape. So I'm going to treat it like I did the quadratic. I'm going to take out the vertex, which would become a 3 and a -2. So that became a positive when I took it out, and then we have a -2, +3, -2, and my rate of change, or my slope, is 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. Up 2, it's going to be off, so now I'm going to go the opposite way. To make a V, it has to go in the opposite direction as well. So my V has the same slope. There we go. now I have to graph my line. If you struggle with 2x, sometimes it helps just to make a table and plug numbers in. So if I plug in 0, I get 0. If I plug in a 1, 2 times 1 is 2. 0, 0, 1, 2, and then it would follow the same pattern. Down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And you will notice that it touches at 2. On number 6, we have x squared. This is going to make a parabola. So when I graph it, if you want to, let's just make a table and see how that goes. X, Y. I want to see what happens in the negatives. I want to see what happens when it's positive. Negative 2 squared is 4. Negative 1 squared is 1. 0, 1 squared is 1. 2 squared is 4. Plot those points. Negative 2 up 4. Negative 1 up 1. 0, 0. 1, 1. 2, 4. Notice the pattern. Up 1 over 1. Up 3 over 1. Follows the same pattern we used before. And then we have y equals 4. I'm just going to make a table for that one. X, y. Y always equals 4. Y is always 4. Then I could just choose x's, any number.